Hey there, everyone. It has been a strange time, that's for sure. It's been a lot of things have been happening, um, and I think I'm ready to talk about them. So I teased a little bit ago that I was going to be doing a progress update video on Fallout Upstate. Since then, what has happened is Fallout Upstate has entered a rewrite because the original script was a little too long and it was made before a lot of future plans came to be. So the story had to be tightened up a little bit to link to those future plans a lot better. Because once you have this ongoing plan, you gotta have it from the start. So the rewrite's going well. It's nearly done because the script is gonna be a lot shorter. We cutting it down from like 40 minutes down to probably aiming for the 15 mark right now, maybe 10 even, a little over in between there. I don't know. But the point is, the original one was going to be a 40-minute short film, and then it was going to be followed by shorter like episodes. But instead, we've just decided to just go straight into the series. We're just gonna start with the episodes. So that's what we're doing. That's why there's the rewrite going on, and casting has made progress as well. There are a lot of people that are interested in joining the project, which was awesome to see. But yeah, in terms of Fallout Upstate progress, there's not much currently, but there is some stuff that's going to be coming in soon that I think will be really big for this. Um, which leads me into my next topic here: verified creations. It has been a controversial thing lately in the Fallout 4 modding scene. Um, so, as you know, I am a verified creator. I go by Alexrator on Bethesda.net. And if you're not familiar with what verified creations are, they are it's pretty much the new version of the Creation Club that we had in like Fallout 4, Skyrim, and what that means is paid mods, to put it bluntly. Um, and it's definitely been something that people aren't. There are a lot of skeptics about it, and that's completely reasonable. I can completely see why. I have my own issues with the program, but I'm not going to go too deep into that. That's better for like another video entirely. But I do want people to know that I do have my issues with the program, and when I make my things for the verified creation program, I do hold myself up to a standard. Like the plasma musket just released. Woo! Super happy about that. That was in development hell for like 3 months because of a bug on Xbox, but finally got it ironed out, finally got it released, and the support I've been seeing is just heartwarming. And I want to thank everyone who has been supporting the plasma musket, everyone who's been buying it. Um, it really is something I'm extremely thankful for, and I'm so glad to have you guys, honestly, because it's kind of my income right now. It's how I'm making money. It's that money is going into things like Fallout Upstate and other web series I want to do on my own, in an animated format. Animated, it's more like an animatic right now. Animated comic. I don't know the qualifications of what makes what an animation or an animatic, or animated comic. There's a lot of terms here. I don't know which one I land in, but I land in one of them somewhere in there. Um, but that is going to be in the form of City Humans Cold Exodus, which I am working on with my good friend. And that has been making really good progress. The first episode is nearly written, and once that's written, production on the first episode will begin. And that's going to be followed by some other ones like Brave New World, um, Guide to the Multiverse. There's a lot of cool things that, honestly, like some of these have been things I've wanted to do since I was like a kid, honestly, and it's really just it's kind of it's just surreal to have those things in reach now because I am getting somewhat of a budget. Um, and I'm getting a lot more time because verified creations, it pretty much works as a job for me, and it's a very amazing opportunity because I work on my own schedule. I'm pretty much everything I do is my call. What I make, how I price it, all that, it's on me, and I always to clarify, I do put as much effort as I can into what I make and um, how I price it. I definitely want to price fair. I have my own way to justify it. Maybe justify isn't the right word, but I have my own system for pricing things, and I tend to stay towards the lower end because um, I there's some things I just don't think are like worth above like 200 points. So far, I don't have anything planned going above 200 points that's releasing soon. I think maybe at most 300. Either way, I have a system for it. When it comes to weapons like the plasma musket, that was never going above 100. It was a weapon, standalone weapon, injected into the level list. Didn't have a quest attached or anything. Had one unique. I'm like, I wouldn't do that above 100. That just doesn't seem right. Um, if I were to add like a quest and a dungeon and all that, and maybe because the plasma musket, I'd say that's my minimum for what you're gonna see from me. I would say because since then I have returned to making high poly bakes and all that, which is something I'm very happy to come back to. I think it's a satisfying process, especially when you see how it looks on the texture. It's just, ooh, it's nice. Um, so that's going to be in any further weapon going forward because I haven't been making weapons. If you've been keeping track, I've been doing the Boba Pop Cola suite, and then in Discord, people may have seen updates about the Atomic Stop franchise kit. Another thing that in the Palmetto Import series, to link in with Fallout Upstate because I just think that's a cool way to go about it, combining verified creations and the filmmaking aspect of everything I'm doing in the Fallout community. Um, though that is going to bring me to the elephant in the room, free modding. As you know, I've been a mod author for 4 years now. I think I started in February of 2022, and you may have noticed as time has gone on, if you look at my Nexus page, the mod releases get fewer and far between, and I go away for a while, then I come back, and then um, I think it's about time I shed some light on that because that's been something that's been happening since before the Verified Creations program. Um, Simply, when I started modding, I was a high schooler. I, I had it easy. I'd go to school for a bit, leave. I didn't have many teachers that assigned a lot of homework, so I tended to be pretty free outside of school, and that allowed me to make a lot of mods. And you see, as time goes on, and I'm getting into college now, and I'm in my sophomore year of college, um, that's kind of the free mods have kind of dwindled because I just don't I don't have a lot of time anymore between college and filmmaking, all the web series, because those are things I am heavily passionate about and things that I wouldn't get rid of for the life of me because these are passions that I've had before modding. Um, and then now verified creations, which is my income right now. So of course I have to put some focus into that. But what that means is free modding will be you won't see a lot of it from me at this point. And I know that's not going to be something people want to hear. Um, it's been something I've been wanting to say for a while now. Um, I just it doesn't really work for me anymore because there's just too much going on, and I think there's a point where something just had to take the back burner, and obviously college can't take the back burner. I've got to, you know, got to keep that on the front burner because if I don't, then ugh, things are gonna be pretty fucked. Filmmaking and web series. those are something I'm too passionate about to get rid of, because they have been something I've wanted to do since I was a kid. Um, and then verified creations, as I said, it's my income right now, and man's got to make money. So through process of elimination, unfortunately, that leaves Nexus modding. That leaves PBW, and all that. This isn't to say I'm quitting free modding. Let me make that completely clear. I'm not quitting free modding. The free mods that are going to come out, they're going to be smaller. They're not going to be as often. I definitely still want to do the Sunset Sarsaparilla collection remastered and the Nuka-Cola collection remastered, both in the Palmetto Imports series, of course, and more smaller Palmetto Imports mods to go on Nexus for things that tend to just be kind of recreations of things that we saw in the past games and all that. Like I want to do one with the classic chems. That would definitely be something that would be released on Nexus. When it comes to verified creations, I want to keep everything original. I don't want to bring PBW into it. I don't want to make real life weapons. I wouldn't do any of that unless there was demand for it, and there's no demand for it, so I'm not going to do it. And even if there was demand for it, I probably would still just want to do original things, because I still wouldn't feel great about doing that personally. Not to bash anyone, not to bash any verified creator making past game weapons and stuff, because the ones that have come out are really cool. Like the Watts 1000, peak. Sawn-off shotgun, peak. Then you got the Revenge of the Van Graffs. That one's free, but still peak. I remember Souvenirs from Mojave. I like that one. I like the Plasma Defender in that. I like the rifle conversions. I also like that it kind of reminded me of my old one that I made, because it used plasma gun animations from the vanilla game, and it was just a bit of nostalgia there. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Free modding taking a bit of a back burner. Not quitting, just you're not going to see as much of it anymore, because I kind of have to balance a lot of things in my life right now, and I'm trying to do that as responsibly as I can to not, fuck everything up in my life. But that's going well. I'd say I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm a wreck. Everything's so bad. Feel bad for me. Feel bad for me." No, I'm just being transparent, because right now everything's going great. Verified creations are going great. Filmmaking, web series going great. College, it's going well, as well as college can go. Everything's doing great right now, and I'm definitely at a very happy point in my life. But I just don't want to, I don't want to put free money on the back burner, then be radio silent about it, and then people look at that and say, "Oh, he hates free modding now." Not the case, and I don't assume anyone was thinking that. But just throwing it out there. I just want to be transparent about that. Tell the truth. This is what's happening. This is the update. Anyway, I also got a 3D printer. That's really cool. I actually got that for Christmas. I didn't. My parents got me that, and I'm really happy they did. I love my parents. But yeah, I got a 3D printer. I finally put it together after a while, and they gave me like 20 grams of filament with it, which is insane to me. I wish they would have at least given me a kilogram, because that's where you generally buy the spools in. And I'm definitely going to be buying spools soon, now that I'm making some money. But this is what I printed so far, just some test prints. Made a Nuka-Cola bottle there, and then a Vault-Tec keycard. Very cool. This is definitely how I want to approach prop work for Fallout Upstate, because there's a lot of things you can do with 3D printing when it comes to props. And you can see this, it's kind of, I guess you can't really tell on camera, but the print lines are like invisible on this. It's actually insane. They're a little more visible on here. Again, I don't know if that's, I guess you can see like through the light there, but yeah, if you print things right, you can make things look really good. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting more filament soon. and prop work is going to be a heavy thing that I am going to be doing for a while. Before we start filming, we've got a lot of props to make. A lot of things that you're going to see also as verified creations. Most of the original stuff, obviously, like Bub Pop Cola and all that. We're going to be making some of those. But yeah, got a 3D printer. That's what I'm doing for prop work. I also get to buy costumes now, which is great. We've been needing to do that for a while. In terms of like the web series, not the fall one, the animated ones. The budget there, I guess, is more going towards upgrading my setup for drawing, because right now I do have a drawing tablet, but I do need to get a stand for it because, leaning over and it is a pain on my neck. And also potentially down the line, hiring voice actors and all that, because there definitely is going to be voice acting. These were originally just going to be comics, but I'm like, I don't know, I kind of want to do voice acting because voice acting is really cool and you can do some cool shit. So there's that. And I think, most of the budget is going into like live action stuff because that's where you have to like get physical props and costumes and especially equipment, which I do not have any of my own equipment right now. We are using my friend Sam Langenfeld's equipment. You've seen him in other Gilded Horizon little like short sketches. He's tall one, got a beard. He was sitting on the couch when I got dragged away by that demon there, Google Blorgo. What a guy. But we're working really closely together on Fallout Upstate, and he's lending his equipment for the production, which is really cool of him. And but eventually I do want to buy my own equipment, which is another thing that Verified Creations are very much going to help out with. And again, if I haven't said enough, I am so appreciative of everyone's support and the amount of people buying the plasma musket and showing support for it. It's really great to see, and I know I don't look super emotive right now. I'm tired. I'm just trying to get this message out, but I do mean everything I say. I already did most of my happy crying the day of, so I already got that out of my system. Unfortunately, sorry guys, you don't get to see me break down on camera, but it really is heartwarming, and I'm super thankful for how it's gone so far. And I can't wait to release more things. There are actually some weapons in planning now that I'm sure I'll start developing them soon. Right now I'm working on Atomic Stop, and that's taking some time. I've run into some small issues with workshop things. I've never really done it before. I've never made a build kit, but I'm making one now, and it's looking pretty good so far. There's just some proportions things that I fucked up, so I gotta fix those. But it'll in due time. Regardless, it's been going great. Everything's been going great. I'm very happy with where things are right now. I did just want to give that update. So, in short, Fallout Upstate, it's in a rewrite right now. Props and costumes are on the way. Once I have money, which Verified Creations have been a blessing for that. I say a lot. I do say a lot. So don't point that out. I already know. And if you point it out, then you're stinky. You're a fool. You're a buffoon. Why would you do that? But yeah, everything's going great. Verified Creations, there are plenty in the works. Free mods, none really in the works right now. There was There's a PBW hunting rifle in the works, but I don't know where that's going to go right now because, again, I just don't really have the time to sink into it. But I may work on that over a long time and release it. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. That is your Fallout Upstate progress report, along with verified creations, free modding, all that. I think I will make a standalone video discussing verified creations and like the problems I've had with it right now, the things I like about it. I'll definitely make a standalone video for that. But yeah, that is all I have. Thank you for watching. If you stuck all the way through and didn't, fall asleep because it was just me talking without any editing or anything. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day.